Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Allahumma salli wa sallam wa barik ala Sayyidina wa Nabiyyina Amirina Mawlana wa Shafa'ina wa Habibina Muhammad Taha Yasin Hamim Khatam al-Nabiyyin al-Mursal rahmatan lil alameen min Rabbil alameen sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam. Salamun ala jami' al-anbiya wa mursaleen wa jami' malaikati muqarrabin wa aidan al-kisa wa ala al-bayt al-kiram wa ashabihi mukhlisin وتبعين متبعهم وأولياء الله الصالحين وعلماء متقين والشهداء مطهرين وجامع مشايخنا مربي المرشدين إلى الله تعالى. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون والسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين وأما بعد. Alhamdulillah. Welcome to the last and maybe the first of the Sunday meetings. This will be the first of this year, but actually it's the last of last year in the English calendar, but this year is the first of the Hijri calendar, which is to the point in a way because this session is about the meeting between Shams Tabrizi, Qaddasallahu Siruhu, wa Jalaluddin Rumi, Qaddasallahu Siruhu, and usually what is talked about is Jalaluddin Rumi after the meeting or before the meeting, but people have really little idea of what happened at the meeting. So what we've tried to do, Sheikh Ahmed Abdul Rashid and myself, inshallah, is to focus on the meeting and what took place at that meeting. Unfortunately, Sheikh Rashid had to go to Chicago today, and because of a sickness in his family. And so, but we managed to record him since he knew he was going. And so he will be appearing via webcast, but we'll begin just as we always do with a recitation of the Quran by Sidi Ahmed. And this recitation will be on the subject of the meeting of Sidna Khidr alayhi salam and Sidna Musa alayhi salam, because not that it's the same thing, but it also has to do with, because Jalaluddin Rumi, when he met Sayyid Shamsuddin, was a very kind of more or less establishment faqih. His father had been a great faqih, and he had followed in his father's footsteps, and he was very conservative in many ways and very establishment in many ways. He was the dean of the College of Sharia in Konya, and represented a very staid person. And Sidna Shams Tabrizi was what people thought of, but we will show that that's not what he actually was appeared to many people to be a kind of an itinerant peddler and a darwish and a wild man. And so mostly it's billed as the meeting between the wild man and the establishment figure, but it's much more subtle than that, which I hope after listening to these talks today, you will be more aware of, especially since Jalaluddin Rumi has become reputedly the most famous poet in the West, but a lot of that has to do with a kind of bending of who he is and who he was. And people have used him to advocate homosexuality and the drinking of alcohol and various other things like that. So we hope to show that that is the furthest thing from the truth. And even though that may have contributed to his fame, it's not the reality of his being. And one remark that I read in looking it all up was The problem is that, this is a quote, the problem is that Rumi is a Muslim. There has to be some way to get him out of Islam. And that's what people have tried to do. So we're going to put him back in Islam, inshallah, and show that he was always a very upright and righteous man, alhamdulillah. And I won't say any more now. And Sidi Ahmed, inshallah, will read, and then we'll shift to Sheikh Rashid, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. وإذ قال موسى لفتاه لا أبراه حتى أبلغ مجمع البحرين أو أمضي حقبا فلما بلغ مجمع بينهما نسيا حوتهما فاتخذ سبيله في البحر سربا فلما جاوزا قال لفتاه آتنا غداءنا لقد لقنا من سفرنا هذا نسبا قال أرأيت إذ أوينا إلى الصخرات فإني نسيت الحوت وما أنسانيه إلا الشيطان أن أذكره واتخذ سبيله في البحر عجبا قال ذلك ما كنا نبغي فارتد على آثارهما قصصا فوجد عبدا من عبادنا آتيناه رحمة من عندنا وعلمناه من لدنا علما قال له موسى هل أتبعك على أن تعلمني مما علمت رشدا قال إنك لن تستطيع معي صبرا وكيف تصبر على ما لست به خبرا قال ستجدوني إن شاء الله صابرا ولا أعصي لك أمرا قال فإن اتبعتني فلا تسألني عن شيء حتى أحدث لك منه ذكرا فانطلقا حتى إذا راكبا في السفينة خرقها قال أخرقتها لتغرق أهلها لقد جئت شيئا إمرا قال ألم أقل إنك لن تستطيع معي صبرا قال لا تؤخذني بما نسيت ولا ترهقني من أمري عسرا صدق الله العظيم وصدق رسول النبي الكريم اللهم نس وحشة قبري وارحمني بالقرآن العظيم واجعله لي إماما ونورا وهدى ورحمة اللهم ذكرنا مما نسيت وعلمنا مما جهلت وارزقنا تلاوته آناء الليل وآناء النهار واجعله حجة يا رب العالمين وبلغ ثواب ما قرانه ونور ما تلون حديث وسيلة إلى روح السيد محمد رسول الله عليه الصلاة والسلام والإخوان من الأنبياء والمرسلين وخدماء الشراحين وأولياء المتقين وأولياء الصالحين وارد أهل الكساء وأهل البيت الكرام خصوصا سيدنا الشمس التبريزي ومولانا جلال الدين رومي الشيخ نور الدين دركي صاحب رحمة الله عليه وسلسلة الشاذلية وخاضرية وتشستية ونقشبندية والشهور الوردية والبدوية والرفاعية وصائر ساداتنا والصديقين وأسلافنا آمين.
So can you tell us, can you translate for us?
Yes, Sidi.
So that the people, most people don't, a lot of people don't understand Arabic. So it would be better if.
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us the story in Surah Al-Kahf, the verses starting from 60. And remember when in the course of his travels, Sayyidina Musa alayhi salam said to his servant boy, I won't stop traveling until I reach the place where the two seas meet, even if I have to go on for ages. And when they reached the point where the two met, they forgot about their fish, and it took its course into the sea, boring as if through a tunnel. And when they had gone further, he said to his servant boy, bring us our breakfast. Truly we are tired in this stage of our journey. And the boy said, did you see when we took refuge on that rock, and then I forgot the fish? And it was only Shaitan who made me forget to mention it. And it took its way into the sea so strangely, alive when it had been dead. Musa alayhi salam said, that was the place we have been looking for. So they retraced their steps, and there they found one of our worshippers to whom we had given mercy from ourselves, and we had taught him knowledge directly from our presence. Sayyidina Musa said to him, may I follow you on condition that you teach me out of what you have been given of right guidance. He whom they found, the sage Al-Khidr alayhi salam, said, surely you will not be able to be patient with me. For how can you have patience with that which your knowledge cannot encompass? Sayyidina Musa replied, Allah willing, you will find me patient. I will not disobey any order of yours. Al-Khidr replied, if you would follow me, then ask me no questions about anything until I myself mention it to you. So they set out until when they were riding in the ship, he made a hole in it. Sayyidina Musa said, have you made a hole in it in order to drown those who may sail upon her? You have done a dreadful thing. Sayyidina Al-Khidr replied, did I not say to you that you would not be able to be patient with me? Sayyidina Musa said, do not take me to task for my forgetfulness, and don't be hard on me by making a difficulty in my case. Sadaqallahu al-Azim. Jazakallah khair, Sidi. Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. So inshallah, now we'll shift to the talk of Sheikh Rashid, inshallah, and hopefully that will clarify.